Vivian! So it looks like you've been sneaking around and lying to me, huh? I must say, I had higher expectations from my own daughter. What a disappointment.
Hey, Dad. What's going on? What do you mean I've been lying?
Don't even try to play dumb with me. Did you really think you could keep up the charade of going to work without me finding out? I found out that you quit your job, of all things. What the hell do you think you're doing? I took the liberty of contacting your company. They spilled the beans. And now I know everything.
I wasn't lying to you about anything. Yeah, I didn't explicitly tell you, but it doesn't mean I was purposely trying to hide it. Jeez, relax. And why on earth did you feel the need to call my workplace? That is so inappropriate. I'm not a little kid anymore, Dad.
I'm just here to double check that you're not screwing up and actually making some decent choices for once. I had my hopes up that someone tell me about the promotion you supposedly got, but I got slapped with the complete opposite news instead. Remember, a parent's pride lies in their own offspring, and your actions and who you are as a person reflect directly on me, whether I like it or not.
Fair enough. But I think you took it too far by calling my workplace. Whether or not I'm getting promotions at work has got nothing to do with you. It's my life.
Of course, it has everything to do with me. You possess exceptional talents and untapped potential, and it is your responsibility to harness them. As a parent, I have every right to be informed about your activities. In due time, you will have children of your own and encounter the very same predicament I am currently facing.
What do you mean by gifts and potential? I'm just like any other woman.
My blood courses through your veins, in case you forgot. It's your damn obligation to make use of the gifts I've generously granted you. You wouldn't even begin to comprehend the countless hours I've sacrificed for your sake.
Sure, I understand where you're coming from. Since you retired not long ago, you've got all this free time on your hands. I guess you're super bored and craving some excitement in your otherwise mundane routine. I understand that you're feeling lonely and in need of some stimulation. But hey, you're still sharp and capable. Why not consider finding another job? A hobby? I'm sure it would give you a fresh purpose in life, and you wouldn't bug me about how I live mine.
You're clueless if you expect me to jump back into the workforce. I busted my ass for more than 4 decades to secure a solid foundation for your life. I believe I've damn well earned my right to some respite. I see now you want me to go back to work because you're flat broke. Admit it already. You've recently given up your job and can't rely on any stable income. You're sick and tired of being a responsible adult, longing to return to the days when daddy took care of everything. Am I hitting the nail on the head, or what?
Oh, Dad. Please don't be ridiculous. That's such a twisted idea for me to quit my job. Do you truly believe I'm the kind of daughter who would mooch off her father? The idea of taking money from you has never even crossed my mind. More so, even if I wanted financial support, I know all too well you're not the type to provide it.
You know, if you were more like your sister, I'd actually treat you with a lot more kindness. Ever since you quit your job, the disparity between you and Paisley has grown even wider. She put in the effort to become an outstanding nurse, and now she's grinding day and night to secure a prosperous future. Have you heard the latest from her? Thanks to her hard work and unwavering commitment, she's being considered for the position of head nurse. And get this, she's only been there for a year.
I know. She told me all about it. She's been a hard worker since the very beginning. I can see her getting far in life.
She's a daughter to be truly proud of, huh? And then there's you, the utter failure who couldn't even get into university. By some stroke of luck or sheer stupidity, you somehow stumbled your way into a mediocre, obscure company. And despite your astonishing fortune in landing a job, you decided to quit after just a measly few years of service? It takes an incredible level of arrogance to pull off a move like that.
Hey, can we please drop the constant comparisons to Paisley? Who cares if I don't measure up to her standards? I define my own worth, even if I'm working or not. Maybe the reason I'm not achieving as much as I could is because I'm constantly being belittled by you. What's the point in even trying if I'll never surpass Paisley and her level?
It's mind-boggling why you've never even attempted to follow in her footsteps. Since she was a little girl, she's been a freaking superstar in sports and aced her classes effortlessly. And just to top it all off, she luckily inherited her father's good looks and has guys falling at her feet. But you, on the other hand, well, you seem to have way too many traits of your ugly mother. No work ethic, zero athletic ability, and absolutely no feminine charm to speak of.
Say all you want about me, but don't you dare try and insult Mom. You don't have the right to put her down, especially when she was the only fair parent between the two of you. She loved the good side of Paisley, the same she loved the good in me. Honestly, I don't know how Mom could marry a cruel man like you.
She married me because she needs a capable man to support her. The only reason she ever showed you any affection is because you reminded her of herself the most. I suppose losers like to cling to each other, so they can wallow in their own misery and talk about how pathetic they are. She probably pitied your hideous looks and believed you needed all that extra attention to feel even remotely valuable. Oh, and by the way, just because you quit your job doesn't mean we're cutting back on your expenses. You're still responsible for paying the full amount of rent.
Yeah, no surprises there. You don't have to keep nagging me about it. Don't sweat it, Dad. I've got no intentions of going back to work for some company. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I'm going to start my own company. I haven't told anyone yet, but it's something I've been planning for a while now. It's my passion project, you know?
Ha! That's a real knee slapper. Fools like you who try to build their own money-making machines usually end up begging for spare change on the street. Believe me, I can already see you drowning in debt mere minutes after starting your little company. You'd be smarter to face the fact that you're just not cut out for it and go get a regular job like a normal person. Filling your head with delusions of grandeur won't make you a dime, sweetheart.
Sorry, Dad, but your opinion doesn't hold much weight here. I'm going to pursue my dreams, no matter what you say. Mom and Paisley are already on board, and are fully supportive of my plans. They think it's awesome what I'm doing, and are even willing to lend a hand if I need it.
Oh, really? They're just setting you up for a big fat failure. It's not going to get you anywhere. If you want some sensible advice, maybe listen to your father for once. You're just trying to make yourself feel important by spouting off about starting your own company. Let's face it, it's just a sorry excuse for quitting your current job. It's embarrassing having a child who can't seem to succeed at anything in life.
Don't be so stupid, Dad. Nobody would take such a big risk just to quit their job. I know you've always had a soft spot for Paisley. No matter how well I do in life, you'll never see me in a positive light, sadly. You've always made me feel like I'm in the way. But you know what? I don't care if you favor Paisley over me. I've come to accept that I'll never have your love. And all I want is for you to let me be independent.
You're living in a fantasy world, oblivious to reality. I couldn't care less how much people try to sugarcoat it. Everyone knows that the child who's doing the best gets the royal treatment. Parents don't love all their kids equally. The one who succeeds the most is the one who receives the most love. Parents who claim otherwise are just feeding their children lies. So I did the right thing and was brutally honest with all my kids.
Even if that's the way you feel about your own children, do you honestly think it's okay to ridicule and embarrass them? Ugh. Your parenting style is evil, Dad.
All I've done is toughen you up for the real world. I've treated you just like the world treats grown-ups. You should be grateful that I've molded you into a tough, unbreakable woman. And to show your gratitude, why don't you start contributing more to the household? Children should show gratitude to their parents, you know. So, you've actually done it. Your very own company. I shouldn't be shocked that you had the audacity to defy me and hurl insults my way.
I've gone ahead and started my own company. And honestly, I couldn't care less about your opinion on it. Feel free to be insulted and irritated all you want. You won't hold me back from chasing my dreams. If I were younger, maybe you would have more influence over my decisions. But guess what? I'm an adult now. I won't live my life solely to fulfill your wishes.
I'd be surprised if a company owned by you could even make $1 of profit. Just you wait. Give it 2 months and you'll be crying to me about being bankrupt. When that happens, let's hope I'm in a merciful and understanding mood.
I haven't set this business up for failure. I've put in the hours to ensure it's a top-notch, foolproof system that won't lose money. I've been saving up for ages now.
What? So this whole time you've been saving up money and paying us dirt for the house? So selfish to bum off your parents' kindness and not pay them back a cent.
This is my hard-earned money, and I'll use it towards whatever I please. By the way, it's not like I've been missing my payments on the house. Every month, I put the exact amount we agreed on. I haven't missed one payment.
Vivian, it seems you don't understand exactly what I'm angry about. The fact that you had money to start your own business means you had a considerable amount of money that you could have given to us. We've given you so much money to raise you. Now it's your turn to give back.
My company is up and running, so there's no point crying over spilled water.
You're sadly mistaken if you think things end just that easily. I'm not letting you off the hook for this. I have a good punishment for something like this. I think that this will hurt you quite a bit, actually. I want you out of the house by today, and I'm not accepting any apologies.
Are you seriously going to go that far?
I don't know why I didn't realize this earlier, but having you here in the home serves as no benefit. Not only are you useless when it comes to finances, but you do no housework and you're an ugly sight to see around here. Get the hell out of my house, and I don't want to see you here ever again.
You're serious right now? You actually want to kick me out?
This marks the end of any connection between us as father and daughter. You're no longer considered family, a friend, or even human in my eyes. Whenever someone brings up your name, it will be as if I've never heard of them before. Your accumulated wealth means nothing with a face like yours. Just mentioning your name leaves a bitter taste in my mouth. All I need is your sister Paisley. I'm confident that one day, some wealthy doctor will set his eyes on her. Witnessing her at that wedding will bring me immense joy, making me the happiest man alive.
Wow. Are you for real right now? You're imagining some make-believe wedding that's probably not going to happen. You don't know Paisley at all. She's been wanting to help people her whole life. If you told Paisley the reason she was going to become a nurse was to marry some rich douchebag, she'd probably slap you.
Don't be fooled by all that garbage. She won't be sitting in the interview, openly declaring her desire to marry a wealthy doctor. But she's cleverly positioned herself to interact with doctors every single day. Sooner or later, she's bound to snag one of them. Even if, by some miracle, you manage to become a nurse, it wouldn't make a damn difference. You'd have to be the only woman left on this planet for any doctor to even consider marrying you. This is the last time we talk as father and daughter. Pack your bags and go. And while you're at it, leave the rent money here too. Hey, what the hell is going on? Have you heard anything about what's happened?
What do you want? Why are you bothering me so out of the blue?
Seems like you're not just ugly, but also incapable of comprehending simple instructions. What I clearly stated was for you to never reach out to me again. I never mentioned anything about me not being allowed to contact you. Oh well, enough with the useless chit-chat. Where the hell has your mother vanished to? She claimed she was heading out this morning, and she hasn't returned yet. I've called her, left countless voicemails, and bombarded her with messages, but not a single response.
Wow. For someone who loves to belittle me, you sure are clueless, huh? It seems like you're still in the dark about what's happening. Well, let me give you a little hint. Why don't you take a peek inside the refrigerator? There's something in there that I think you'll find very interesting.
Huh? What am I looking at right now? Can I ask why the divorce papers are mysteriously placed in the fridge?
Well, I guess Mom was just trying to outsmart you and figure out the most obvious spot for you to stumble upon them. Considering how often you raid the fridge, it seems like the perfect place to hide them. I mean, all you do all day is sit around, glued to your phone, whining, munching on chips, and watching TV. Honestly, I'm genuinely surprised it took you this long to locate them.
Wait, just a minute. I haven't said a word about divorce to your mother. That old hag. Let's see how long she lasts without me. I look forward to seeing her walking around the streets scrounging for pennies. Where the hell is your ugly mother?
She's sitting right next to me.
That's a laugh. So the uglies have formed an alliance. Tell her if she comes back now, she'll still be in my good graces. I'll forgive her for trying to betray me. Tell her to come home and treat me like the king that I am. I will never forgive her for this until she properly shows remorse for what she has done.
You don't get it, do you? She isn't interested in seeing you again. You two will never meet or talk again because you're now getting a divorce. It's going to be a bit of a long process, and the finances have to be sorted out. Thankfully, she's already talking to a lawyer and taking care of that.
I'm sorry? The finances? There is no sorting out the finances. That is my money.
Unfortunately for you, that money that you earn from your retirement is shared between you and my mother. She'll get a slice of that pie.
Are you completely insane? That's my goddamn money. That's not shared between anyone but me. And just so you know, sweetheart, you aren't getting even a cent of it. You or your wretched mother.
There is a good case that we can get some of that money. If there wasn't, I wouldn't even be having this conversation. Don't think it stops there. It gets even better from this point on. With all the abuse you've inflicted onto my mother, it's led to a heavy consolation fee.
The nerve of you two! Do you realize how much money I've invested into our family? You should be crying in appreciation of how much I've helped you.
I don't think you deserve to take all the credit for that. You weren't the only one working. Mom also had her own job. For my whole life, you told me you didn't want to waste a single penny on me or my future. Mom realized this and started working herself. Whenever I needed something, she was the one that provided it for me.
Come on, you can't boast about some crap job at a supermarket. I know how much she earned from there. It wasn't much. She's no better than a teenager working at a McDonald's.
Maybe you didn't realize, but the reason she stuck around was to support me. She was always worried about what would happen to me if she wasn't there.
The victim mentality in you is so strong. It's repulsive. Do you have any idea who was the one that raised you? Who was the one that kept you financially secure up until this point?
It was my mother. Financially, mentally, and spiritually, she supported me the whole way.
You ungrateful little rat. Whatever, it's fine. Like I said before, I am done with you. You can rot for all I care. As long as I have your sister Paisley, I don't need anyone else. The two of you are just headaches that I had to put up with on a daily basis. You're doing me a favor by getting the hell away from me.
Oh boy, you sure are in for a shock. Did you really think it was just me and Mom turning our backs on you? You really know nothing about Paisley, do you? She's gone. She's married.
Are you kidding me? Married?
She told me she was reluctant to tell you, because you definitely would not approve of the man she chose. But it's true. She's been married without you even knowing about it.
What do you mean I wouldn't approve of her getting married? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I've always supported the notion of her getting married. I don't know why she would think like that. Was this meant to be some big surprise she was going to spring on me someday? So, who's the doctor that she married? What type of a man is he?
Again, I'm sorry to fail your expectations, but her partner is not some great doctor that you've been imagining. He's an aspiring musician who hasn't been working recently.
That's gotta be a lie. I know Paisley, she has high standards. She surely would have met a nice doctor at the workplace.
Well, she did meet someone there. The two met after he had surgery on his broken foot. Paisley said she's not too concerned if he doesn't make a lot of money. As long as he's a good man and treats her right, she said that's enough for her.
Why would she sacrifice her long journey to become a nurse only to give herself away to a bum like that? What a load of nonsense. That isn't the daughter I raised. And so if she starts piling all her finances into the sky, where is she going to get money for this household?
Dad, I think it's time you fessed up. Everyone knows now. You've been taking money away from Paisley for quite some time now, haven't you?
Don't try and talk down to me like that. You don't know the amount of money I've put into her, so don't make assumptions about me when you don't know the full story. I'm taking the money that I've invested into her over the years.
I think we both know that you've taken more than what was owed. The situation has changed. I'm sorry to break it to you, but there's no money left to give you. I guess this is what happens when children grow up.
First you, and now my beloved Paisley? Just what the hell is going on recently? When she gets home, she is getting a good lecture. I never thought the day would come when I'm angry at my good old Paisley. But I guess I have no choice.
You're missing the point. She's married now. She isn't coming home. Plus, she's an adult now. She doesn't need to hear any lecturing from you anymore. It's been a week since those two got married. Haven't you thought it was weird she hasn't been home for a whole week?
I assume she was. I've been so tired lately. I've been sleeping during the day as well as night.
Don't lie. I've heard what you've been up to from Mom. She told me you've been sitting at the laptop all night, doing God knows what. So I guess if you had a normal sleeping schedule, like the rest of us, you'd notice when your daughter has been absent from the home.
So what are you telling me? Paisley really isn't coming back here? That won't do. She's my daughter. I'm not just going to let her run off wild. It's her duty to obey her father.
What do you mean, obey her father? Just how delusional are you, Dad? She isn't a child anymore. She's a fully grown adult, making her own decisions.
She won't be feeling like an adult when her father comes to her workplace to drag her home.
Nice try. Look around the hospital all you want. She doesn't work there anymore. Paisley is a really clever girl. She knew you'd do something abrasive like that. She took measures to leave the hospital before you could do anything. You're acting exactly as she predicted.
That's fine, because as my other daughter, you're going to tell me where she is. Now spit it out. Don't act stupid. I know where she lives.
Daughter? Whatever happened to treating me like a complete stranger? I know where she is, but I am not telling you. Why would I tell a stranger where my sister works?
Fine. If you don't want to tell me where she is, tell me where you are. I'm dragging your mother back here. That arrogant woman really thinks that she could just run away from me?
I'm even more reluctant to tell you where she is. Mom and I are enjoying our lives away from you. It's been so long since we've had a breath of fresh air and peace. Life is so different without being abused by you every day. We will never go back to that life again.
So, I've lost my wife and my precious daughter Paisley. The hell am I supposed to do now? What about the house? There are no women around here to manage it.
How about you do it? Housework isn't a woman's job. It's an adult job.
I won't degrade myself to the point of cleaning the house. I guess I'll just have to have you do the housework then. That so-called father's love that you've been yearning for all these years, I'll give it to you in exchange for a clean house. Actually, no, that won't be enough. You can put more money into the house as well. Then you will have my respect as your father.
You absolute jerk. How dare you make a proposal like that? No, I think I've had enough. It's my turn to cut ties with you now. After you've paid the consolation money and separated the finances between you and my mother, we're done with you.
How am I going to get by? I won't have any money to cover my living expenses. I don't get my pension until I'm 62. You and Paisley will just have to support me until then. Would you rather I starve to death?
Look at you, playing the victim card. If you put your mind to it, I'm sure you can find another job. You aren't old. Figure it out on your own. Thanks to the help of a capable lawyer, we were able to get a fair payment and the finances in order perfectly. Unable to take the pain of losing his family, my dad took to online games and gambling to ease his sadness. Despite venturing into the gambling world, my dad was unable to make much money. In a short amount of time, he was left penniless. With what little money he had left, he tried his luck again in hitting a big fortune through gambling. Far from doing that, he racked up a huge debt. Now he was living a life working from early morning to late night to pay it all off. Seeing as he has no experience in cleaning or taking care of himself, his house is an absolute mess. Consequently, he has been harassing us to give him money and to help him. We were left with no choice but to block his number. As for me, I am living a peaceful life with my mother. My company is doing quite well, and my sister and I are as close as ever. The next goal on the horizon is saving up enough money for my mother and I to buy a new house. Exciting times ahead.